I was watching Mr. Tony today because, as I always say,
this was a really good video today.
I really like Tony. So he's reacting just quick because he just read this question here of this guy in the chat. It looks like starting next week they're implementing more ways of achieving relic books. Do you think the next boss will start to have gradually relic requirements?
Like, what, as in if you don't have relic books, you can't enter the raid? Like, what does that actually mean, a relic book requirement? Community standards?
Ah, right here. This is actually also interesting.
Or maybe you can't kill it without relic books. There's no such thing. When you guys were worried about having 4x3 or 5x3 for Clown, I was killing it with 1 engraving. There's no raid in this game that is so strict on item level that you need to have this in order to kill it. But it is true that at some point there could be an enforced community standard. But I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon.
You stupid.
Well, let me quickly reason. Back then with release of Season 2, the legendary books were expensive as well. You never saw anybody complain in our version. It's just that we experienced a new tier from the beginning for the first time. I mean, I think it's multiple things at the same time. It is supposed that everything is expensive, that I 100% agree, because there is just natural scarcity in the game. There's not enough supply to cover the demand. And this is another video I wanted to watch where Stoops talks again also a little bit about the whaling the busing situation. Because busing is fucking easy, and every person with 2 fingers on his 1 functioning hand can drive a bus right now. Everybody has just a supply of golds.
Except yesterday froze.
That is much bigger than the gold of a normal person. Everything is less available for quote-unquote casual or normal players, less hardcore players. I mean, it's pretty much a topic of our stream, to be honest. And this is then also causing that everything is not available and much more expensive than it should be.
You're not going to see that unless the prices become more reasonable for everyone to buy. Community standards are enforced based on what's reasonable to obtain. If relic books are not reasonable to obtain, then they won't be enforced by the community. They can't.
And this is kind of the thing. Honestly, I feel like in our version, and I'm 100% guilty of this myself, that everybody is saying Brel is so fucking hard that in my head, maybe you need some relic books, maybe you need high accessories, maybe you need, need, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like it's just a mindset we make up in our head based on information we don't even know it's true or not. And he's also talking about this in a bit.
The people enforcing it just have no one to play with.
And there's not going to be gatekeeping for relic books. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 parties in our party finder in the West, which is saying, you should have relic books, otherwise you were going to be gatekept, but it's definitely not going to be the majority.
Here projected that Brel is really, really hard, especially hard modes. Not everyone in the West is crazy. Who is saying that Brel is so fucking hard?
Good evening, Kalash.
Shove a sock in their mouth. You know, the way that you guys talk about KR sounds like some big scary monster that's hiding in your closet. Some big imaginary scary monster in your closet. Who? Jack? Who? Who is KR? Who is representing the entire region of KR? Apparently. Jack? Here's RMT. And then that encourages them to RMT.
Yeah, this is also...
I feel like people see their peers RMT, and then that encourages them to RMT. I'm willing to bet you there's some people out there that RMT just because they saw their friend RMT. And they were like, fuck it, I'm not going to get left behind or something like that.
Or other people, streamers, whatever, I think there's definitely a lot of truth to that one. And then on top that, they're not getting punished.
It's like a chain reaction. A little appalled that people asked if relic books were needed for
Yeah.
what people construe as a character that's capable of doing content versus one that keeps up with community standards is insane. Like, I'm still absolutely shocked, a little appalled that people asked if relic books were needed for Brel and stuff like that, or if this 25 weapon needed for Brel. It's like, the fact that people can even ask that just proves how deranged your region is. And I can say your region because it's not just one person that asks these things. It's many people. Trust me, as the streamer who has to read it, I have to read it a lot. It is your region. This represents your entire region now. It's not one or two people anymore.
And I honestly wonder, I legitimately wonder where's all this shit coming from. I mean, I would even agree, you know, everybody is like freaking over gearing for the raid now already, whilst also complaining that raids are too easy.
I mean, even sometimes when we are showing our character and then saying like, only that.
Well, we all watched Zane proc this raid with full engraving and overgear. But yeah, they also did it, they also did it blind, you know. Of course they struggle in the beginning. Everybody who's progging is struggling in the beginning. He now turns at 180. I think he's not saying it's super easy peasy, but he is saying, and he's talking about relic books are not a requirement and plus 25 weapon is not a requirement, but he never said that it's easy. At least that's not the message I'm getting. He's just saying it is not as hard as we are making it in our minds.
And what I asked the Korean streamer when they're online, they're also saying full 8 gem minimum and then all accessories middle effect good enough for clear.
Hi Johnny, and also he's
clear
going
hard mode.
next. What I will show,
Johnny.
he's also showing some characters who are doing weeklier lobbies now for Brel hard mode. He's going through the party finder a little bit.
And these people that are so scared that they need these things in order to clear content or meet gatekeep standards, propagate it amongst your community and try to enforce it onto others.
I mean, on week 1, but always keep in mind that they did this blind. It was really hard for them. All talked about why I need 9s to clear this. Yeah, it was. But even your streamer guy you watch, it was also hard for him to clear the gate for the first time.
There's always.
Yeah, but they always do it blind in first week. We have the option of watching a guide multiple times to understand.
Blind, they always struggle in the beginning, first week.
Which is also normal.
Yeah. And especially they failed. Also, they explain why it felt more difficult because the aggro was too easy.
And that's also fair.
You're right, I do need to clip my nails.
Comparatively speaking. It's the first year, people have to adjust. It's completely normal to struggle. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, as it should be. When you do something blind, you shouldn't just go in and clear it immediately.
You know, we are saying is this raid is not easy. More like, where's it coming from the giant fear of this Brel gate, which is doesn't exist in Korea.
Blind or not, how much time was left at the first clear? That's the indicator. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I mean, for me, the indicator is more. Week 2 is actually a better indicator for me because, I mean, it's not like we are going into the raid with one clear, but we are definitely going into the raid with like a lot of knowledge already. So we are more like imaginary week 2 clear party. We just have to adjust to the patterns.
Even week 3 also makes more sense because they also couldn't sometimes found hidden.
Yeah, but we
those kind of things.
Yeah. But what you are saying, Lars, is like you need to learn the normal patterns to do damage. Then comes with time. People are crazy, I think. We have the advantage. We can play the raids, then go to the video, rewatch the video, and we immediately know, okay, this is what I saw. They didn't have that. And we can watch the full video again, the full guide to like learn a little bit faster. Even if you don't clear, you still learn. Yeah, absolutely. So we have a...
No, that is exactly the same. Brel is the first raid since Tamine that is somewhat more challenging because Aegir wasn't challenging at all.
They cleared it in 1 or 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Aegir? And I mean, that says a lot.
I don't remember, but it's absolutely easy.
People are slowly starting to get Relic books done, but they're looking for their cheapest books and going at it.
I mean,
5
always
books
the
at a
Echidna,
time.
Tamine, those kind of main demon was always the challenging, not Aegir or this kind of thing. So, of course, it's a Brel,
We
so
can do it again now.
it is hard, but
Ah,
it's
yeah.
not
People have Relic
completely
books because they're trying to
freaking
prepare.
hard level.
So he goes to the party finder now.
We can do it again now. I mean, some people have Relic books because they're trying to prepare for Thamine and over-prepare, but we can see how many of them have it. 1710. This guy's got a maxed out stabilized status and 5 adrenaline books. 1708 Blade. Just not a single book to be found. Like literally 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5. 1707 Summoner. Nope, not a single book there. You got a Sharpshooter. He's got 10 books of Hitmaster. Okay. Okay. 1704 GS. Nope, not.
Reddit was complaining for weeks about the difficulty in Thelma, and of course there will be people complaining about Kairos. And I mean, you know, it's also, I mean, to an extent it is fine if you complain. No, it is fine if something is difficult for you. I mean, if you complain all the time, then sorry, go. I don't have nice words because just try also to have some fun in the meantime. But I feel like right now it is like literally there's always complaining in the game. Everything is too easy, everything is too hard. It just doesn't matter what comes out. There's like always so much negative energy, and I don't really understand where it's coming from. Because I mean, I agree, the game is pretty boring right now for the last couple of months, because for a veteran player, I repeat, for a veteran player with a high roster, the game is really easy right now. But for newer people, what Follow is saying is also 100% legitimate. It's Echidna is still hard and challenging for a lot of people. And I think it's also fine if there's some content which is too hard for some players. And that's why I also thought that they nerfed Tamine and Echidna is completely fine. Because when we were playing 1640 lobbies and pugging, it was jail hell oftentimes. When I asked, do I need XYZ, they want to know if that helps in the raid. They want to know if they get this lobbies. Yeah, but I mean, this goes back to the question the first guy said, is like community standards for the raids.
That's why, you know, now in our community, there is a freaking fear of, oh my god, we need to spec up for this freaking Brel clear, which is not true.
And I think it's the wrong question to ask. You should not ask, do I need Relic books to clear this raid? Ask, what is the spec requirements to clear the raids? Because, and I'm being not very nice here, if you have half a brain cell inside of your head and you look at the prices of Relic books, how the hell are you going to assume you need Relic books to clear this raid? I know money only got a quarter. That's why you always ask me these kind of things. But it's fine. Keep asking. Just try and chill people to proc raids and have fun together. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's of course you're wondering about what you need. We were wondering, so we go to a Korean streamer and ask like, what do you need?
You know, even I specifically going to some streamers and ask, and those people are saying we need this, but they just didn't believe that.
And yeah, of course. No, I know what you say. Just lobby gate cap, but I mean, you can also see here. I mean, they are obviously
you can share mine.
they're obviously higher item levels, Aeon, but you just saw, and we can keep looking because he checks more people. They don't have Relic books. And now we can, of course, always say there is like streamer XY or person XY who has already like full adrenaline, full cursed doll, but I'm guaranteeing you 90% of our community doesn't have that.
Absolutely not. Even I don't have.
Gunlancer, no books. 1700 Blade, no books. Icebreaker.
Saving 3 years to buy 20
10
other
books
and
of
ancient
Master
ones.
Brawler.
And he has also no gatekeeping for Relic books because they don't have them.
But
There are tons of
he
people in
but he
EU that
bought
have a lot of
every
books
book.
done. I wonder why
Relic,
that is.
what he need.
And your books are more expensive than our books.
Ah, he's showing the prices now. Shit, this I also wanted to show. He's showing, I think, the... Yeah, exactly.
Our books are even cheaper than yours now.
But even here, look at Adrenaline. I mean, Adrenaline is the first, as you can probably imagine. This is still... This is... in EU, this is cheaper right now. I was very surprised that Adrenaline is cheaper in EU. And second is Grudge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then Cursed Oil?
No.
Keenblunt?
Kinblunt.
So the books are still really expensive in Korea. And he's also going through the honing material.
How much is Redstones in KR right now? 40. 40 gold each.
More expensive than on our server, by the way. But
You also have far more Esters in KR. We have also more players than all of your regions put together.
Probably because of
and
next
then
week.
some.
There's
and
a new
someone
raid
is by the
next week,
honing
isn't it?
NP.
Yeah.
now it... Yeah, now.
But it is probably not a good sign when I tune into a Western stream and someone is by the honing NPC and I see more plus 25 weapons on the Western stream than when I'm loitering around the honing NPC in Korea. That's probably not a good sign. In which case, I do not sympathize for your region at all for advanced honing being too expensive. I don't pity your region at all. I think it's your own damn fault. I don't think it's the developer's fault anymore. I actually think it's Western players' fault because you guys RMT so much that there's no supply of materials.
And I couldn't fucking agree more on this topic. Because it is literally... I mean, AGS has a responsibility and Smilegate, obviously, but the community is just fucking themselves in the ass every freaking day, and it's just so sad.
Yeah.
And everything shoots the fuck up.
And if he's showing the honing prices now, you will also see...
It. And now we're fucked because the people who play by the rules are the ones that eat shit.
That's also the point. We're fucked because people who play by the rules eat shit.
The ones who aren't RMTing are the ones that have to suffer because of that.
Reminds me of the video I made.
You're the ones that are being faced with these absurd prices now.
But probably statistically, 50% of players are RMT, so 50% of our chat is also guilty. A little bit more because we are not RMTing, so...
I mean, by this time, by the time that we were reaching where you guys are at now, which, by the way, you had an extra month before Brel to prepare.
I mean, look at this. Fucking Destiny Shards. Obviously, Destiny Shards is a little bit... We can't really judge it that way because they get much more supply right now, but the Destiny Leapstones are 20 gold. They are fucking 90 in our
leaps
region.
Were already under 40 gold at this point.
Yeah. And he said they were under 40 at this time in the game. And they are for us. Where are they right now? Let's check it out.
I also wonder now.
It is just... Leaps are cheap? In which world are you living? Leaps are at freaking 86. In KR. Yeah, exactly. In KR, they're super. And he said they were at 40 at this time. So half. So what is going on in our region? I mean, we know. Plus 25 weapon is happening.
Yours are at 90. That's insane. That actually makes things prohibitively expensive. For it to be that expensive.
I really
Of course you
hope
can't
also,
do shit in tier 4.
NA is 100. I think NA is also... Someone said that NA has less players, fewer players. And that's also why...
NA is 100. Fucking hell.
Why stuff is a little bit more expensive there, because the supply is lower. Compared to the amount of whales or RMTers who want to go to the plus 25
probably
weapon.
there is more, right?
And
So maybe same,
they're
I
also
don't know.
divided into 2 regions for the small player base they have, so it's kind
Cost
of...
of the streamers also.
Our leaps used to be 20 gold. They
No.
shot up when people unlocked plus 25 weapon.
In 1 month.
I wonder if that's coincidence. Our lavas almost reached 800 gold.
Yeah, true. The lava breath. Where is it? 668 gold. And it's in Korea. 566. It's even cheaper in
That's not
Korea
bad.
now. It's cheaper in Korea, even though the redstones are much higher, which means people are holding for their weapon right now.
720.
I sold mine for 800 plus last
Wow.
weekend. Yeah, exactly. They're so freaking expensive.
Oh.
I wonder if that's just coincidence.
You sold all of them,
Is this
didn't
not
you?
due to KR not having a new guardian?
I don't know, just keep
No.
going.
I mean, you guys are writing the evidence
Probably.
in chat right now. Oh, your leaps suspiciously jumped from 20 to 90 gold. Your red jelly beans suspiciously jumped all the way up to 850 gold around the time that people started getting their ancient weapons from Aegir. You think that's just a coincidence?